With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Baltimore Ravens.
Walk 54, walk 54. Get that quarterback and
A first carry now for Marshawn Lynch. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down now, it's Lynch, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Go! Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense. 6-18. Hey, Delta.
Shotgun now for Carr. Steps away. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Peterman. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
91. Get it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Peterman eluding the pressure right. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here we go. 30 base. Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. Let's go.
2nd down, Peterman. He's going to let this go end zone for Hilton. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now it's Peterman. And that is incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
The kick by Marr is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
On 2nd and 9, Carr, the throw taken in by Sims. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
And Derek Carr just keeps improving. He can be dangerous not just inside the pocket, but as we see here, outside of it as well.
Kid born in California, played his high school ball in Texas, had quarterback written all over him.
Hey, Haywood. Screen. Watch the screen. 54 is Mike. 54, 734. 54.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Open man here, Sims complete. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Carr gives to Marshawn. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So after the run by Lynch, here's another 1st and 10.
93. Hey, orbit. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there.
Throwing now is Carr. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Hey, I'm coming after you. Hey, what's that? Hey, Raider 2. 54, Mike, 54.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. They'll roll him out right. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Alert 3.
From the gun, it's Carr. And Adams has it complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 20-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
You better bring. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring. Wide, get wide. 55's Mike, got 694. Focus, defense, focus. Mike, 50. Hey, wahoo. Mike. Yeah. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Carr gonna throw. It's caught here by Adams. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Hey,
They'll run for it with Lynch. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to...
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Marshawn Lynch, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. A 1-yard run on first down, another one on second. Tell you, it doesn't do much for the yards per carry average, but it gets them 6 points.
And I just wonder in contract negotiations, do you show the 6 points scored, or do you show the yards per carry?
I'm showing the 6 points.
No doubt about it. And his team benefits. They don't care about yards per carry. They just care about points up on the board.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. To throw is Peterman. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Houston. Robbie Anderson, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Texans have retaken the lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
You're mine. Mike, 55. Check. Hey, Charlie, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Let's set a tone, fellas. Easy. Kill. 55, Mike, 55.
To throw again on second down. Carr buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 53 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run to Marshawn Lynch. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
One down. Check, 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 check. 29. Check right. Watch it divide. Watch the run.
Five.
Line 55, line 55. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
From the 16, Carr toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player? Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Come on, baby, come on, let's go.
Throwing his Carr on third down. Out to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, one thing's for sure. When you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And he takes it all the way down to the 32. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Running the sweep, Hilton with it. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
One receiver left is Hilton.
Hey, 2, 5.
Now Peterman. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Now Peterman steps away to his left. He'll run it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. Now it's Peterman. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. David Njoku in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are able to regain the lead. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Pick six, baby. Let's get this all day.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down. Peterman. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. Past the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Houston. David Njoku with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. For those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their halftime hold now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Bryant has it. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Hey, 734. Bravo.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Express.
I got him.
Go, go.
55 is my guy, 55. Check.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Rolling to his left. He gets it to Sims, complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
Coming this way.
734.
Hey, Delta.
Throwing again on second down. Carr got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Hey, Echo. Hey, we heavy on the edges. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
93.
Here we go.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. And he finds his man. That's Butler. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Carr now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down.
Check Mike. Watch it,
Hey, Raider 2.
Mike 55. Come to ball, work.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. Flushed out right. It's caught by Bryant. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Being chased out left. The open man here, Renfro. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
On first down, Carr into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Back now in Baltimore. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the fourth. So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Peterman. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Ready?
From the shotgun, Peterman. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. On 1st and 10, it's Peterman, forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Texans push further out in front. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
You're mine.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Here we go, D.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. On the move to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, high 7. 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Shotgun now for Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. After the interception, here's Peterman. Flush to his right. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27. Here's Peterman. Dancing to his left. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And this is going to be intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
From the gun, it's Carr. Steps away. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
it. Check pass. Check pass. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey,
From the gun, Carr eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Hey, Charlie. Mike 55. Mike 55. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They'll go for it. It's Carr escaping the pressure right. He's got Adams on the hookup. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. And that's complete. It's Sims. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. Crunch time.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling. For 22 and a first.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Pick it up, G.
29. 59.
55 to Mike.
Operating from the gun. Carr buying time to his left. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Benny Fowler, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Ravens 17.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Yes, yes. Hey, Zoo. Hit it.
They're not running it. Peterman wants to throw it. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Peterman. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Here's Peterman to throw. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Throwing once more, Peterman. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick, and that will write a finish to this ball game. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
To not finish a game on a defensive penalty, that's why they get one more untimed attempt.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Houston, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they dropped their 7th game on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.